Okay, great. So welcome to another Flames FLQL. On seat 1, we have Abir, seat 2, Aditi, seat 3, Alok, and seat 4, Donal. So here we go. Abir, set of 2. Pala is a fictional Southeast Asian kingdom located halfway between Sumatra and the Andaman Islands, and is a main setting of which work? The final work of Aldous Huxley. It is an account of Will Farnaby, a cynical journalist shipwrecked on Pala, and charts his entry into this otherwise forbidden dash. So on the bottom, Huxley is written. If that's okay. It's going to zoom up a bit. Ten seconds.
No, pass.
Okay, this is from Aditi.
Out of Darkness.
No. Alok.
Pass.
Donal.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, first X of the quiz. So this is his work is called Island. Is the island?
Island.
Yeah, so Forbidden Island. Okay, that's what his last work was called. Abir, your second direct. Here we go. Hrithik Roshan gets cozy with Kangda Ranaut at this UNESCO World Heritage Site in the song Dil Tu Hi Bata from Krish 3. The narrow valley that this wonder of the world is located in gets its name from which biblical character who supposedly passed this way whilst on a journey that lasted 40 years.
Okay, so this is Petra. I'm guessing it might be Peter.
Okay, not quite. Alok?
Moses.
Yes, Moses is correct. It's actually not Petra. This is Wadi Musa in Jordan. Okay. Aditi, your set of 2. Ready? Okay. Great. It's vulgar, it's disgusting, and I loved it. This was the reaction of the illustrator William Stake on the movie adaptation of which 1990 book of his, with a character who could spit flame a full 99 yards and vent smoke from either ear. The film won the first Oscar for Best Animated Feature in 2001. Ten seconds. Four.
Pass.
Donal?
Shrek.
Yes, Shrek is correct.
Shrek, of course. Yeah.
Shrek. Aditi, your second question. Formed after the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting, the group's Moms Demand Action.
Sorry, you keep breaking up.
I'm sorry, slightly.
Yeah.
The group Moms Demand Action released a public service announcement featuring 2 children, one holding a gun and another holding which Ferrero confectionery, banned in the US for containing embedded non-nutritive objects.
Kinder eggs.
Yes, that's correct. Anything with the word Kinder is acceptable. Alok, your set of 2. Here we go. This quad shows Google Doodles associated with women writers. This one was published on April 7th, 2015 on the writer's 126th birthday and shows a line from one of our well-known poems. Translated, the lines mean, "Give me your hand and you shall love me." Who is this windy writer? Uh, 10 seconds, Alok. 4, 3.
Pass.
Pass. Abir?
No, I'll pass.
Okay. Donal?
Hail.
I'm sorry?
Gale.
Not quite. Aditi?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. So not really quite caught on the windy heat. So
Pass.
Gabriela Mistral. Mistral being the wind here. So, okay. Alok, your second question.
What was
What
the
was the
answer?
answer?
Oh, I'm sorry, there was a lag there. This is Gabriela Mistral. The answer. Okay. I didn't realize this slide.
Mistral.
Mistral.
Gabriel Mistral.
Mistral,
Okay.
Yeah,
Mistral, Mistral. Okay.
Okay, Alok, your second question. This artifact was removed from its original location in Scotland as spoils of war in 1296 and brought to England, where it had a specific use. 700 years later, in a symbolic gesture, the British government decided that the stone should be kept in Scotland when not in use. What is this artifact called, or what is now its specific use, last seen in 1953?
The coronation stone.
Yeah, that's also used for coronation. Done. Donal, your set of 2. Which orange flavored French liquor is mixed with equal parts of vodka to prepare the cocktail kamikaze? Cocktails such as Sidecar and Long Island iced tea also make use of this liquor, whose name may have come from its unique distillation process.
Pass.
Passing. Abir?
No, pass.
Pass. Aditi?
Contro.
Not quite. Alok?
Um,
3, 2,
pass.
passing. Okay, so this is triple sec.
Triple sector.
This is triple sec. Okay, Abir, we come back to you again. Sorry, Donald's second question. My bad. Okay, so name the singer shown here who had a hit with the song Char Baj Gaye Lekin Party Abhi Baki Hai for the 2011 movie Faltu, a remake of the Justin Long starrer film Accepted.
Pass.
Abir?
Hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore. That's correct.
Hardcore.
It's hardcore. Okay. Abir, we come back to you again. The set of it was causing maintenance problem in Singapore's high-rise building projects, public housing projects, especially in mailboxes, inside keyholes and on lift buttons, as well as a local railway leading to jammed doors. Therefore, the sale and importation of what item was infamously banned in 1992 by Singapore. Lee Kuan Yew said in defense of the law, if you can't think because you can't cash, try a banana. What item? Yeah, 10 seconds.
Durian.
No. Alok?
Chewing gum.
Yes, chewing gum is banned in Singapore. That's the way. So if you
Sorry.
can't,
May I just have a minute? My phone keeps buzzing. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to turn it off. Give
sure,
me 1
sure.
second. My
Sure.
hands are off this.
Okay, Abir, your second hand. With its inaugural season in 1950, which highest class of its sport gets its name from a combination of the following aspect: a word representing a set of standards that every participating entity must meet before they are allowed to compete, and a number simply representing the top tier of this sport.
Uh,
10 seconds.
Indy 500.
Oh, not quite. Aditi?
Is it Formula One?
Yes, Formula One. That's what we're looking for. It's Formula One. Okay, Aditi, your set of 2. Indian actor Anil Kapoor has appeared in both the Indian and American versions of its TV show. In India, he played the main protagonist. In the US, he played an antagonist, Omar Hassan, in season 8.
24.
Yes, 24 is correct. This is 24.
I couldn't remember if it was ours or not.
Okay, Aditi, next question. Cannes Film Festival's official poster for the 2017 edition was a subject of some hue and cry for the so-called dictatorship of thinness, as they trimmed down the curves of which actress from this iconic photograph. This Tunisian-born actress debuted with Omar Sharif in Goa before finding fame thanks to a performance in The Leopard.
Yeah, this is Claudia Cardinale. Il
Yes.
Gattopardo. Cardinale.
That is correct. Yeah, that is the Italian name. Yes. Claudia Cardinal. Okay, Alok, we come to you. Aaron Mankey's award-winning podcast that examines historical event and legends in what is called a campfire-style narration was adapted into which namesake American crime TV show in 2017. The show replicates the podcast anthology format with each episode narrating a different story ranging from origin of vampires to werewolves. Abir, both hands, please.
Pass.
Passing to Abir.
Pass.
Pass. Donal.
Pass.
Pass. Aditi.
Pass.
Pass. Pass. Okay. Passed all the way. So this is lore. L-O-R-E. Lore. That's the answer we're looking for. Okay. Alok, your second question. Here we see Amir Khan shaking a leg to the song Behega in the 2008 movie Ghajini. The monument in the backdrop was opened in 1975 to commemorate the 50th anniversary. I'm sorry.
I cannot
Yeah.
see anything. Now I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's slight lag. My apologies. The monument in the backdrop was opened in 1975 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the declaration of what language as an official language of that country. The official languages of the Union Act in 1925 had declared it a variety of Dutch, but the 1961 Constitution reversed that position and declared Dutch to be a variant of the. 10 seconds.
Afrikaans.
Yes, that is correct. This is Afrikaans. The monument is in Paarl, in South Africa. Okay, Donal. This 2014 poster of Cannes Film Festival is All Types of Cool, featuring a sepia tone stella Marcello Mastroianni in a still from which 1963 surrealist comedy drama film, whose title is a self-reference to the director's then achievements in the field.
Pass.
Abir?
8.5.
Yeah, that is correct. 8.5. Donal, your second question. Which driver crash protection system made of titanium, mandatory in F1, F2, F3, FE, and F4 racing since 2018, gets its four-lettered name from the way it's positioned above the driver's head in the cockpit in all such cars? Ten seconds.
Head.
No. Abir?
I'm going to take a punt. Is it Halo?
Yeah, that is correct. It is indeed Halo. Yes, Halo is correct. Okay, we move to Abir for his set of directs now. Here we go. This artist's work was based on the fascination that he had with the circus, starting with the traveling circuses he saw as a child in Russia. He painted this in 1950, sketching scenes in the audience while visiting the circus with Ambroise Vollard in Paris. Who is this artist? Who Picasso said that after Matisse's death, this man would be the only painter left who understands what color really is.
Mark Chagall.
Good, Mark Chagall is correct. Next question. Indian actor Kabir Bedi played Moroccan Prince Omar Rashid, a brief love interest of Taylor Hayes, in which soap opera?
Is it Sandokan?
No, not quite. Alok?
Bold and the Beautiful.
Nice answer there. This is indeed bold and the beautiful. Okay. Aditi, your set of 2. The literal meaning of this Arabic term is partition or barrier. In the Quran, it was used to refer to.
Sorry, I don't see the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Can see it now? Okay. The literal meaning of this Arabic term is partition or barrier. In the Quran, it was used to refer to a curtain separating visitors to Muhammad's house from his wife's lodgings. Now, however, it is used to refer to the concept of modest dress in general and headscarves in particular, especially one kind of headscarf that covers the head and neck. Which term?
Hijab.
Yes. The hijab. Okay, next question. Poet Alfred Lord Tennyson drew on several legends and myths in his work to suit a Victorian moral purpose. Which Tennyson poem describes mariners put into an altered state upon consuming the titular mythological drug, referring to an episode from the Odyssey? Botanical candidates for the drug include edible fruits of the persimmon and the jujube, and not the sacred plant you may have thought. Ten seconds.
Lotus eaters.
Yes, that is correct. This is 200 for you. Lotus eaters. Done. Alok, your set of 2. Served within the stomach of the sheep. What pudding made of the sheep's heart and lung and liver is traditionally consumed in Scotland on Burns Night to commemorate Robert Burns? Nearly half a century ago, this dish was banned in the US and Canada for health risks arising from the consumption of offal.
Yes.
Yes, haggis pudding. Alok, next question. What cotton-based clothing is Laid, the mascot of the 2022 Qatar World Cup, thereby moving away from the usual principle of having birds or animals as mascots? Ten seconds. 4, 3.
Kandura.
Nope. Passing to Donal.
Pass.
Abir.
No, I'll pass.
Aditi.
Pass.
Okay. So this is also a clothing that what Yasser Arafat used to wear. This is a keffiyeh.
Yeah, I should have just guessed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Donal, your second. In the movie Black Panther, Eric Killmonger corrects the curator of a museum about the provenance of an axe. It was taken by British soldiers in Dash, but it's from Wakanda. I'm gonna take it off your hands for you. Which kingdom that names a country was systematically looted in 1897 by European colonialists to acquire the axe and thousands of other such artifacts primarily crafted from bronze?
Pass.
Okay, passing to Abir.
Pass.
Pass. Aditi.
Pass.
Alok.
Benin
Yes.
bronzes.
Benin bronzes. Yes, that's correct.
Nice.
Donald's second question. The fictional country Patusan traces back to which 1900 novel? In the novel, this country is a remote backwater in the South Sea, and prior to the protagonist's arrival, it is ruled by the native Malays. The name of the novel's titular protagonist is a translation of the native word Tuan to signify his leadership. Which novel?
Pass.
Abir?
I think this is Joseph Conrad's Lord Jim.
Yes, that is correct. Joseph Conrad.
Nice answer.
Lord Jim.
Yeah.
Abir, your set of two again. To make the film feel more like a comic book, it was animated using a technique called motion smearing with a varying frame rate. Deliberately misaligned colors to indicate misprinting, Ben-Day dots to create colors, crisscross lines to create texture, and Kirby crackle to create the illusion of energy were also used in which 2018 winner of the Oscar for Best Animated Feature.
No, I'll pass.
Donal?
Coco.
No. Aditi?
Pass.
Alok?
Pass.
Pass. Okay, it's an X here. So this is Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. Okay. Abir, your second direct. This Google Doodle was published on December 10th, 2018 on what would have been her 127th birthday. Selma Lagerlöf petitioned the Swedish royal family to help her family escape Germany at the start of the Second World War. The smoking chimneys in the doodle represent her poem Oh the Chimneys, evoking the spirits of the dead through the smoke rising from the concentration camps. Who? Ten seconds.
Can't remember the name. Pass.
Okay, Aditi.
Pass.
Donal.
Pass.
Alok.
Pass.
Pass. Two consecutive X's. This is Nelly Sachs, the winner of the 1966. Aditi, set of two. The cocktail Mary Pickford contains white rum, fresh pineapple juice, a maraschino liquor, and what other fruit-based syrup? The cocktail Tequila Sunrise comprises tequila, orange juice, and the same syrup as in Mary Pickford.
Grenadine.
Grenadine syrup is correct. Also featured in the video of Justin Bieber's I'll Show You, this crashed US Navy Douglas C-117D became popular with Indian tourists after serving as a backdrop for the song Gedua from the movie Dilwale. In which country that has ranked #1 in the Global Peace Index since 2008 can this wreckage be found? Sorry.
New Zealand.
No. Donal?
Pass.
Alok? Three.
Iceland.
Yes, that's correct. Iceland. Is
Oh,
correct. This is Iceland. Alok, we come to set yourself. What is the greatest national treasure of the fictional country Lugash, which comes from the dynasty of Akbar the Magnificent in the early 12th century. It was previously Lugash's religious symbol for over 1,000 years. Princess Dala was the last of the dynasty, played by Claudia Cardinal on screen in 1963.
The Pink Panther.
Yeah, that's also accepted. Pink Panther Diamond. Pink Panther. Okay. Alok, an unusual entry in George Miller's Hoover. The inspiration for this film was an old cameraman whose father was Frank Hurley of the Shackleton expeditions. During the shooting of Mad Max 2, who told Miller, "You've got to make a film in Antarctica. It's just like out there in the wasteland. It's spectacular." With Jukebox Musical, the winner of the 2006 Oscar for Best Animated Feature is this.
Pass.
Donal? Oh. No. Aditi?
Pass.
Abir?
No, pass.
Passing. This is Happy Feet.
Uh,
Our
Hmm.
penguins. Yeah, Happy Feet. Donal, your set of 2. The most concealing of all kinds of hijab, what item of clothing covers the entire body from the top of the head to the ground with only a mesh screen allowing the wearer to see outside? A swimsuit version of this, created by Aheda Zanetti, has since become popular worldwide, as well as unpopular, with some jurisdiction banning its usage.
Orca.
Yeah, this is a burqa. In Dante's retelling of the original myth, this hero is condemned to hell among the false counselors, both for his pursuit of knowledge and beyond human bound, and for creating the idea of the Trojan horse deception. Which poem by Tennyson drew on Dante's retelling, noted for the hero's determination to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield?
Pass.
Aditi,
Ulysses.
this is Ulysses by Tennyson. Yes. Okay. All right. That is halfway through.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, Ulysses is correct. Again, some lags there. Yeah, Ulysses is correct. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I will come back to you again.
Yeah.
Hosted by Joe Nocera, which podcast that narrates the tale of a psychiatrist who leverages his relationship with patients for personal gain, was adapted into a 2021 Apple Plus TV show of the same name, starring Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd.
Pass.
Aditi?
Pass.
Alok. Sorry, Donal.
Pass.
Alok.
Pass.
Okay, let's see. So this is The Shrink Next Door. Shrink Next Door. Abir's next, correct. 4 in the morning, and they hauled Rubin in. They took him to the hospital and they brought him upstairs. These are the lyrics of which single from 1975, later released as part of the album Desire. The song was a key influence in getting a new trial for the aforementioned gentleman. You may also name the singer instead. So either the singer or the song.
No, pass.
Aditi?
Bob Dylan.
Yes, Bob Dylan. The song is Hurricane. Aditi, your set of 2. Taking inspiration from his stint as a Police Gazette illustrator, from where he had gone to the Ringling Bros Circus to sketch scenes, he created this 1926 interactive piece in Paris. The work he did for creating the miniature wire figures inspired and informed the work that he became famous for later. Who is this 20th century artist, famous for both his innovative mobiles as well as his static stabiles?
Yeah, it's Alexander Calder.
Calder is correct. Even though it never participated in the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary, what 3-word name is given to the flying mascot of the Bengaluru FC football team?
No idea. Pass.
Okay, passing to Donal.
Pass.
Abir?
This is Eddie the Eagle.
Indeed. Eddie the Eagle. That is correct.
Eddie the Eagle, yeah. Oh.
That's correct. Alok, your set of. The cocktail Negroni prepared with equal parts of gin, Campari, and what fortified wine that is often served as an aperitif. A classic martini also consists of the same ingredient along with gin and olive garnish. In Italian cooking, this ingredient is used as a substitute for white wine. Ten seconds, Alok.
Martini Bianco.
No. Donal?
Prosecco.
Prosecco. No. Abir?
Pass.
Pass. Aditi? Did you say anything?
I said vermouth.
Yes, vermouth is correct. Sorry, it's an internet lag. Vermouth.
Yeah.
Okay, Alok, your next question. The song 4 a.m. from this album by this band starts out. 4 in the morning, we find ourselves here. Best of us passed out. I don't know who's where. Which band that took its name from frontman Dan Smith's birthday? Ten seconds, Alok. Five.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Donal?
Pass.
Abir?
Pass.
Aditi?
This is Bastille.
Yes, Bastille is correct.
It's 14 July, yeah.
July 14th, yes. Bastille. Donal set of 2. Indian actors Tina Desai and Anupam Kher enjoyed significant airtime on which sibling pair directed TV show?
Pass.
Abir?
Oh, can't remember the name. Pass.
Alok?
Pass.
Aditi?
Pass.
Okay. So the sibling pair is Wachowskis. So this is Sense8.
What's the thing called?
The Wachowskis.
Sense8.
Sense8 directed
Yeah.
by the Wachowskis. Yeah. Okay. Donal, your second direct. This Google Doodle was published on Feb 7th, 2015 on her 148th birthday. The landscape and the dwelling accurately captured the title of the third book in the famous 9-book series she wrote. That title was also used for the top-rated TV adaptation that ran on NBC from 1974 to 1983. Tell us the writer or the series.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. That is correct. Little House of.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yes, yes, that's correct. Okay. I will your set of 2 again. The Quran does not use the term hijab to refer to any particular modest dress. To prescribe modesty, it instead uses jilbab, meaning cloak, and what item of clothing, meaning veil. Unlike a hijab, this also covers one's shoulders and upper arms.
Is there anything below the money? Is the picture anymore?
No,
below
no. Yeah, just slightly.
No. Coat or a blazer?
Not quite. Alok?
Niqab.
Not either. Donal?
Pass.
Aditi?
Abaya.
This is a khimar. K-H-I-M, Khimar. Okay. Abir, your next question. This poster for Cannes Film Festival 1985 edition deviates from paying tribute to famous directors to instead doing so for a photographer whose work in chronophotography paved way for cinema as we know. Look at the picture and carefully and tell us who is the poster paying tribute.
Edward Muybridge.
Edward Muybridge is correct. Aditi, your set of 2 again. Dull is the eye that will not weep to see. Thy walls defaced, thy mouldering shrines removed, by British hands which it had best behoved, to guard those relics near to be restored. This is poet Byron's opinion on the looting in the 1810s of which set of artifacts, popularly known rather ironically after the man who removed them from their original location.
Elgin marbles.
Elgin marbles is correct. What form of driver adjustable bodywork with an adjustable flap on the rear wing, aimed at reducing aerodynamic dash and controversially promoting overtaking, was introduced in F1 in 2011. Its use is an exception to the rule banning moving parts that can affect aerodynamic. You can also give us the abbreviation that may be familiar to us from another sports, rock and roll.
So the blank is the answer basically.
I can't say that, but you have to.
Okay. Drag.
You have to prompt you.
No clue. Sorry.
Okay. Donal?
Pass.
Abir?
No, pass.
Alok?
Pass.
Pass. So yeah, drag was the blank, but you had to say drag reduction system or DRS.
Dear.
You had to say that. To say DRS. Okay. Alok, your set of 2 again. On which American TV show does Indian actor Nimrat Kaur appear as Tasneem Qureshi, a member of Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, as a recurring character in season 4 and as a starring character in season 8?
House of Cards.
No, this is not House of Cards. Donal?
Homeland.
Yes, Homeland. This is Homeland. Alok, next question. What kind of hijab or modest dress covers the body from the shoulders to the feet? It leaves uncovered the feet, hands, and head, leading to it being used frequently in combination with headscarves and even gloves. Associated with the Quran's recommendation of a loose garment for women to cover themselves, it is either a piece of unstitched fabric or a kaftan.
The abaya.
Yeah, this is the abaya.
The abaya.
This is the abaya. Donal, set of 2. This painting was used by which American artist to illustrate a story by Courtney Riley Cooper that appeared in the July 1929 issue of the Ladies' Home Journal. Several of his illustrations, including the cover art that he did for the Saturday Evening Post, also featured scenes from the circus.
Jackson Pollock.
Not Jackson Pollock. Abir?
Norman Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell is correct.
Nice answer.
Donal, yours next. Direct. In Japanese folklore, Kami Kakushi referred to the mysterious disappearance or death of a person. After that, angered the gods. Which film, the best animated feature at the 2002 Oscars, and to date the only hand-drawn animated film to win the award, depicts its protagonist Chihiro in a similar predicament?
Pass.
Abir?
Miyazaki's Spirited Away.
That is correct. Spirited Away is correct. Okay, we come back to you again. The cocktail Bloody Mary is made by mixing vodka with what juice alongside spices? The same juice also used in a Caesar cocktail as a mix with clam broth. The juice, typically combined with Worcester sauce, gives both the cocktails a characteristic red color. 10 seconds.
Radish.
No. Alok?
Tomato juice.
Yes, tomato juice. Abir, unlike other football clubs who have anthropomorphic birds as mascot, this European football club has a real flying mascot, Aguirre Vitoria. Before every home match in its stadium, Vitoria flies around the stadium and then lands on top of the club's crest, one without the eagle, thereby completing the logo. Which club?
Logo, it looks like Benfica.
Yeah, they are correct. This is Benfica's logo. Done. Aditi, your set of 2 again. Who co-wrote the song 4 a.m. in the morning with her one-time boyfriend Tony Canal? She was inspired by songs like Roberta Flack's "Killing Me Softly" with this song, and Billy Idol's "Eyes Without a Face" to come up with this ballad for her second solo studio album, The Sweet Escape.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani, indeed. Published on August 38, 2010, on occasion of her 213th birthday, her lesser-known work, The Last Man, was the first work of fiction in English that depicted human extinction. Who?
Mary Shelley.
Good. Mary Shelley is correct. Alok, your set of 2. Cannes Film Festival's official poster for 2006 pays tribute to an iconic scene from a 2000 movie that had won its actor, the first from Hong Kong, the Best Actor honor at Cannes. Which movie does it pay tribute to? Part of an informal trilogy including Days of Being Wild and 2046. Ten seconds. Hello. Yeah.
Chongqing Express.
Not Chongqing Express. Donal?
Pass.
Abir?
In the Mood for Love.
Yes, In the Mood for Love.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So, Wong Kar-wai, yeah.
Yeah, Wong Kar-wai is the other film. Alok, your second direct. For the 2022 season, certain F1 car features are 18 inches in size, far larger.
Really?
And what are we talking about?
Really calendar, yeah.
Okay, please let me read the question. For certain F1 features are 18 inches in size, far larger than the 13 inches used previously, with the aim to reduce overheating, improve grip, and enable more aggressive racing. What are we talking about?
Pirelli tires and the racing tires and Pirelli calendar.
You had to say Pirelli tires. Yeah. Okay, that's correct. Donal, your set of 2. Here we go. This controversial delicacy in French is defined in French law as the liver of a duck or goose fattened by gavage. Since it enlarges the liver up to 10 times its natural size, animal welfare concerns have led to its production or import being banned in India. Which delicacy?
Foie gras.
Foie gras is correct. Okay. This movie played a major role in boosting India's tourism to Spain with its bachelor trip theme. The still shown here is from the song Paint It Red, which features the lead actors participating in the La Tomatina festival. In which town in Valencia does this festival take place annually?
Pass.
It was there. Alok?
Pass.
Yeah. Alok? 3. I have to pass you. Abir?
Take it, take it. Pass.
Bouillon. Yeah, bouillon.
Yeah, that's correct. Bunal or Bunal. That's a simple answer. Okay, we come to the final round. Very close for battle for the second spot. But here, let's see. Abir, in January, New York's Rubin Museum of Art returned 2 wooden artifacts. One, a 17th century arched gateway taken from the Yampi Mahavira temple complex, and the other, a window ornament depicting an Apsara, removed from the Itum Bahal monastery. Which Asian country were both these artifacts taken
Mm,
Both hands, please, Abir.
yeah. Mm, Cambodia.
Not Cambodia. Donal.
Thailand.
No. Alok.
Indonesia.
No. Aditi.
Laos.
Not Laos either. So this is Nepal.
Mm.
This is Nepal. Okay. Abir's second direct. Okay. Inspired by the, can you see? Inspired by the 13th century work Donna di Scalota, which Tennyson poem tells the true tragic story of Elaine, a noble woman stranded in a tower up the river from Camelot. Her escape from the tower has been viewed as a symbol of empowerment, even as a revised poem from 1842 centers on the temptation of sexuality and her innocence preserved by death, making her empowerment rather problematic. Which poem?
The Lady of Shalott.
Lady of Shalott, please. Aditi, your set of two, last set of two. Which fictional island principality, apparently modeled on Singapore, appears in comics produced in America by Marvel? Based on illustrations, it is in the southern portion of the Strait of Malacca between Singapore and Sumatra. It makes frequent appearances in shows in the Marvel anime franchise and the MCU Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Pass.
Okay, passing to Donal.
Pass.
Alok.
Pass.
Abir.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, so this is called Madripoor. Madripoor. That was a name mentioned. Okay, Aditi, your second question. Starring Julia Roberts in its first season in 2018 and Janelle Monáe in its second in 2020, which psychological thriller show on Amazon Prime was adapted from a Gimlet Media fictional podcast of the same name. Show's name is a nod to the central plot of transitioning soldiers into civilian life.
Mm.
10 seconds.
Pass.
Pass. Donal.
Pass.
Alok.
Pass.
Abir.
I think this is Homecoming.
Yeah, this is indeed Homecoming.
Yes.
Yeah, very good first season, I thought. Okay, Alok, set of two. Last set of two. Shown here is the last work of which 19th century French artist. Created using his characteristic pointillist style, it was incomplete when he died in March 1891. Now located at the Museum d'Orsay, it depicted a scene at the Circus Fernando, which still exists.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
Not Toulouse-Lautrec. Donal?
Monet.
Not Monet either. Aditi?
Sura.
Yes, that's correct. Georges Seurat. Done. Alok, your next question. Last question rather. At the beginning of which poem does Tennyson remind readers that death is the law of nature? It is named after the son of Trojan king Laomedon, who fell in love with Aurora, only to be at the receiving end of an absent-minded wound from her, dooming him to mortality while growing old. In the myth, this character metamorphoses into a grasshopper.
Idols of the Kings.
Nope. Donal?
Pass.
Abir?
Is this Tithonus?
Indeed, this is Tithonus. Very nice answer. So Tithonus forgot to ask for eternal youth. Donal, your last set of 2 questions. I mean, last set of 2 questions of the quiz. Star Talk was initially a podcast on science, comedy, and pop culture before its popularity saw it getting a late night TV spot on National Geographic. Who, the director of the Hayden Planetarium and an astrophysicist, helmed the TV show and the podcast, ending every show with the trademark "Keep looking up."
Brian Cox.
No, Alok?
Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Which 2-time European Champions League winning football team has an appropriately named mascot called Jay, who also happens to be a zebra?
Juventus.
That's correct. Okay, so that ends the quiz. Aditi taking the first spot, 16 points. Abir coming second with 15. Good game.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good game,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.